Good evening, and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include update on the new school, sports day for the elementary school students, fire department car wash. These stories plus community events, the VBS playbill, off the rack, and more coming up after this.
In a scene from prehistory, still fjords run deep, hemmed in by giant granite walls, carved by volcanoes, tectonic upheaval, 20 times as old as the Rockies. Our park. Imagine that. Houses of yellow, lime, aqua, and blue. And the world's most friendly folk. As proud to show their true colors as the street they call Jelly Bean Road. Imagine that.
On Wednesday of this week, we took a look at how the new school project was coming along. To date, blasting has been the main focus of the project. The fill from the blasting is coming handy to help with leveling up of the ground. Some of this fill has also found its way to help some residents with building roads and filling in property. Many residents have also made use of the mud to help fill in their property. At the site, workers have moved the playground fence to make way for the new sewer system. The old fencing has been replaced with new. Loads of fill has also been dumped behind the former Sears building. Plans are being made to fill this area in completely. Due to some concerns with a couple of large boulders in the area, blasting was postponed for a few days. The Department of Work Services and Transportation came out early last week to do an assessment at the site. This assessment has since been completed and blasting is expected to resume shortly. In the meantime, drilling is being done at the site in preparation for more blasting. In the area that has already been blasted, the boulders are being removed. And this worker is gearing up for preparation of the next stage, which is the foundation. I spoke to Bernard Pittman of Pittman Enterprises, and he informed me that the foundation is expected to be started hopefully within the next couple of weeks. However, Mr. Pittman stated that with construction, sometimes things may be a little unpredictable. On Wednesday of this week, the elementary school students held their annual sports day. The day was sunny and the wind was a bit chilly, but the students didn't seem to mind. When we arrived, the grade 3 girls were ready for a race. They had to run to the end of this boardwalk and back. Next was the first group of boys, and then the third group. Mrs. Ann's grade 1 class was supposed to be playing soccer. However, they found something much better to play with, caterpillars. Mrs. Ann told me that the students were studying caterpillars and butterfly in their classroom. That's a nice one, Joey. Say. Oh, yeah. Where'd you find that, Taylor?
Right there.
Yeah? Yeah, what's he doing, crawling up your arm?
Yep.
Yeah. So you learn about caterpillars in school, are you?
Yep.
Yeah. Think he's going to be a good butterfly or a nice butterfly?
Yep. I'm trying to pack nuts. I'm trying to shoot a camera. Start pack new what number there? Caterpillar.
What?
Caterpillar.
Show me.
That's what we're learning in school.
Oh, cool. What's that one's all curled up.
Make sure the little turkey.
Is he afraid?
Hi, Mom and Dad. No.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Make sure no little garden.
So Scott. This will be Mrs. Ann's last sports day since she will be retiring at the end of the school year. We hope she enjoyed her day. The kindergarten class were enjoying the swings. The grade 2 class were at the beach, and the grades 4, 5, and 6s were getting ready for a tug of war. Everyone seemed to be having a great day. I guess any day away from school on a sunny day is an enjoyable day. On Thursday of this week, the volunteer fire department held their annual car wash in aid of muscular dystrophy. The car wash started at 11 a.m. and ran until 4 p.m. When we arrived, the firemen were quite busy with hosing down the vehicles, washing them with lots of soapy water, and hosing them down again. Inside the garage, the firemen were vacuuming out the vehicles and making sure they were clean inside. While we were there, a total of 15 vehicles were clean. The firefighters, along with a couple of retired firefighters, did an excellent job and thoroughly cleaned each vehicle. Their customers went away very happy with a nice clean car and a feeling that they had got quite a bargain for $5. A total of $275 was raised, and all proceeds will go to the muscular dystrophy. The firefighters extend a great big thank you to everyone who came along and supported the car wash, especially those who gave donations. Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
After you've seen the whales and the icebergs and the fjords, come witness a natural wonder. A Saturday night, St. John's, Newfoundland. Imagine that.
The public health nurse, along with the RCMP, held a bike rodeo on Thursday of this week in honor of Safe Kid Week. The event was held at the community center. This year, the bike rodeo was a little different than previous years, since the public health nurse was involved. The children had their helmets checked for proper fitting. There was displays set up with a wide variety of pamphlets, mostly about child safety issues. The children were also given handouts to take home, and were served pop and Rice Krispie treats. The rodeo part of the day was completed at the rink. This was the same format as other years. The children had to go through a series of courses, like this one. They had to ride their bike in a straight line to this point, where the public health nurse gave the participants their scorecards. Next, the riders had to go around the pylons. Number 3 was to ride a straight line and then come to a complete stop between these orange markers. The final course was to get instructed on the proper "and" signals by Constable John Power. There were many prizes to be won. For example, the bike helmets went to Christopher Ann, Jennifer Green, and Rebecca Sims won the protective gear. Water bottles were won by Jennifer Ingram, Caitlin Spencer, and Carrie Tucker. All 66 participants were given a prize, some of which included bike horns, mirrors, dinky cars, and marbles. Congratulations to all the participants, and the public health nurse and the RCMP extends our heartfelt thanks to all the volunteers who helped with the event. For the past number of years, the Anglican Church has organized and put off a vacation Bible school. This year is no exception. This year, the Bible school is called God's Workus Circus. Everything will have a circus theme. This is a fun environment where children can learn that God works through us to accomplish His purpose. This will be shown through drama, games, crafts, stories, music, and very creative snacks. It is planned for August the 5th to the 9th, starting at 9 a.m. in the morning and continuing until 12 noon. The Bible School is open for children ages 4 to 12 years old, regardless of denomination. God's Workus Circus creates an atmosphere of fun and laughter. If you are interested, keep watching for an opportunity to sign up. To have a successful Bible school, volunteers are needed. Although we need some adults to help, we would encourage and welcome the youth to come along and help out as well. If you are interested in learning about the Bible and God's purpose for us while having tons of fun, this is the place for you. Call Anna Dix today and sign up. We guarantee you won't be sorry. Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
This is the place where the dawn breaks earliest, the new year comes soonest, where the Atlantic first meets the New World, the oldest city in North America, the far east of the Western world. Imagine that. Come for a good time and we'll sweep you off your feet with jigs and reels and festivals and the world's most friendly folk. Dance your cares away at the Kelligrew Soiree. Imagine that.
We would like to wish all the fathers in our community a very happy Father's Day. We hope you enjoy this video done in your honor.
I remember Daddy's hands folded silently in prayer and reaching out to hold me when I had a nightmare. You could read quite a story in the calluses and lines. Years of work and worry had left their mark behind. I remember Daddy's hands, how they held my mama tight and patted my back for something done right. There are things that I've forgotten that I loved about the man, but I'll always remember the love in Daddy's hand. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always love in Daddy's hands. I remember Daddy's hands working till they bled, sacrificed unselfishly just to keep us all fed. If I could do things over, I'd live my life again and never take for granted the love in Daddy's hands. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always love in Daddy's hands.
And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and God bless.